Welcome to this edition of our SMA International News for the month of March. We have an item from Zambia where people are preparing for baptism. Then we hear some details from the report on initial formation. And from Egypt we hear about a long-time honorary member of the SMA. We begin with Zambia, where we learn about the catechetical program offered in Divine Mercy Parish in Ndola for those preparing to be fully received into the church by baptism at Easter time.
In the Divine Mercy Parish in Ndola in Zambia, under the parish priest, namely Father Martin O'Farrell, SMA, and his assistant, Father Chikosi, SMA, great efforts are being made to pass on the faith.
So when we talk about love for the human family,
we now visit their parish and find this new generation of believers being coached and given instruction in the faith of the Catholic Church. The doctrines of the Church are being teased out and instructed by volunteer teachers and long-time members to those waiting enthusiastically to be received into the Church fully at Easter time.
So we also looked at possessions.
This is my spare time. I am a nurse by profession. I'm a senior nursing officer with the Ndola District Health Office, and my job is to coordinate the adolescent services in the district.
I was baptized in 1970 as a baby, and then confirmation I got it when I was in grade 7. That was in Kitwe. Then I also got married. Then after having a bit of a problem, my marriage was annulled. Then after going wayward in the world, I stopped getting the Eucharist. So after a long time, I said, let me go back to my Lord.
I got baptized while I was at school in Fatima in 2003, yes. Unfortunately, I joined the classes really late, so I only managed to get baptized and receive my Holy Communion. I didn't get confirmed, so I'll be receiving the sacrament of confirmation. I hope to be confirmed in Easter, during the celebration of our Easter, and I'm very excited for that.
Sound doctrine, rooted clearly in the trustworthy Word of God, makes for a healthy church. In short, we have just witnessed actively involved elders in a local church who have carefully studied the Word and can shepherd new members and answer their questions. We wish the new members well, and we know that these are the new stalwarts who will pass on the faith to the next generations coming after them.
Coming for confession.
As promised last month in our international news, we will now hear details of the report on the General Meeting on Initial Formation, which was held in Abidjan in the month of January.
Why holding a general meeting on formation? First of all, before I answer the question, I would like to draw our attention on the terms we used. We didn't speak of a general meeting of formators. We talked of a general meeting on formation in the SMA. There is a difference there because this general meeting did not involve all formators. It involves formators as well as other members of the society. So all the groups in the society were represented: formators, leaders, parish priests, those involved in vocation animation. So representatives came from all these groups to attend this meeting that we held on formation. Now I come to the question, why this general meeting on formation? The main reasons are three. The first one, in 2016, in December 2016, Vatican came out with a new Ratio Fundamentalis, and new guidelines were given into that document. New guidelines with regards to formation. The second reason, our General Assembly, the last one, the one of 2019, made drastic changes in our society. I would like to underline two. The first one is the way we conceive mission. Though Africa is still at the heart, at the center of our mission, we are now opened to send missionaries even in Europe and elsewhere. We have started doing that. So it is no longer only Africa. And mission work must be done also in other countries outside Africa. So that concept is there. And the second one, with regards to the General Assembly, is our structures. We really reviewed our structures, and the way the society was led before 2019 is different after the General Assembly. And the third reason is that now 30 years ago, vocations, aspirants were maybe in the whole Africa, there were few decades, 3 to 10 maximum. But now we have decades of candidates. I will even say even 100 of candidates, people knocking at our doors who would like to share our charisma, who would like to be missionary with the SMA. So all these three reasons put together, we say that yes, it was time, it was necessary to revise our system of formation, our charter of formation, our directory, and the whole system, to see how to adjust our system to be in line with the new Ratio Fundamentalis, to be in line with the decisions of the General Assembly of 2019, and in line with the number of vocations we are having in these days.
The meeting unfolded in a very fraternal atmosphere. There was a lot of personal sharing based on our experiences in formation, as well as our preoccupations about the future of initial formation and how to make it better. We were all very clear that the issues of initial formation are of crucial value for the society and for the future work of evangelization in Africa. All of us, we were interested and committed to finding relevant ways of being witnesses to Christ in contemporary Africa. The meeting was one of the final stages of a long process of preparation for the Midterm Plenary Council 2022 in Poland. The suggestions made by those who attended will be looked at by the participants of the Plenary Council. After that, the Formation Commission, with Father François de Paul in charge, will see how the decisions of the Plenary Council concerning initial formation can be implemented throughout the society and in various formation houses. Finally, we go to Egypt, where the members of the delegation there paid a warm tribute to an honorary member of the SMA.
The Society of African Missions pay tribute to a great servant of the Church of the Latin Apostolic Vicariate in Egypt, and a great collaborator with the SMA. In fact, Father Gennaro De Martino has been an honorary member of the African Missions since May 2000, And it should be noted that he has resided with the SMA fathers since 1961. He was then that same year of 1961 by an SMA bishop, Bishop Antoine Hubert. And since then, he has always lived with the SMA. He even exercised his priestly ministry in the SMA parishes, in particular at the Basilica of Our Lady of Idiopolis, where he was parish priest from 1975 until 2021. That is to say, almost 46 years he served at the Basilica. Monsignor Gennaro left us on December 24th, 2021. His wisdom will mark us forever. And one could easily notice in Gennaro a man full of patience and a man of very tolerant heart. It's a very large library of the Church of Egypt that we have lost.
And now for some general news. On Tuesday, the 1st of March, Monsignor Bernard Clairvaux TOHA, the Bishop-elect of the Diocese of Djougou in the Republic of Benin, was welcomed at the SMA Generalate House in Rome. He shares his thoughts following his nomination as Bishop-elect.
Merci de m'avoir donné cette opportunité.
Thank you for giving me this opportunity to share my feelings about this appointment, the trust that the Holy Father, the Church, has placed in me. It was a shock for me, unexpected, because I was not expecting it at all. I was preparing for a mission in Ivory Coast when the news fell on February 4th. It turned my whole life ups and down. But I trust in the Lord, trust in His Church, trust in the hierarchy. As the Apostolic Nuncio said to me, when the Holy Father trusts you, you should not refuse it. He reminded me of that advice, dear to our patron saint, St. Francis de Sales. Refuse nothing, ask nothing, accept everything. I abandoned myself to the will of the Lord, and today, after taking a step back, February 4th to March 1st, today, St. François de Sales is right. When we trust the Lord, we are never disappointed. The Lord Himself has prepared the ground. All the experience lived so far, especially with you tonight, tell me a lot. I'm not alone. The Lord prepares the way. He is with me, and He will always be with me. It is His mission. With Him, with His people, we always go forward for His greater glory and the salvation of humanity.
Son peuple, nous irons en avant pour sa plus grande gloire et le salut de l'humanité.
And finally, we listen to Father François de Paul and Father Krzysytof Pashut, who will share with us following their visits to Liberia and Sierra Leone.
From the 29th of January to the 13th of February, Krzysytof and myself, we conducted the canonical visit of Liberia. So for 2 weeks, we were there. Liberia is a country of West Africa where we have 16 members, 16 SMA priests working there. 14 have been there for a number of years, and 2 have just been sent there and awaiting further appointment to this mission or that. We have seen that SMA, we praise SMA, we are present in all the 3 dioceses of Liberia. In all these missions, the 6+1, we have a community, at least 2 persons there living. And that was the first thing that we saw there, that at every mission we have a community. Another point that struck us is when we saw that all the missions there are in line with our charism. They are all primary evangelization areas. Exception may be made of the parish of Morovia, but apart from that, all the other missions across Liberia where we are, they are really in line with our charisma, primary evangelization, and our conference are really doing their best to carry out the work of evangelization, following the spirit of our founder, the Marion Bresiac. We are happy to have seen them living the charisma in the context of Liberia, in the context of today. And I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate them for the work they are doing, and to make also an appeal. If there are members, SMA priests, who would like to get again immersed into the work of primary evangelization, Liberia is a good land for that. Please do not hesitate to give us your name, and then we will be in dialogue with the council there and see how to strengthen again the team, the members that are there. Thank you very much.
The presence of the SMA in Sierra Leone, although relatively short, is already bearing very good fruit. The first SMA community in the Archdiocese of Freetown plays an important role in the life of the local church. It has gained also a great social recognition thanks to the commitment of our conference during the crisis of Ebola in 2015. Since December 2020, we are present in a second diocese of this country, Kenema, where the bishop has entrusted us with a mission in a rural area of first evangelization. The bishops of two other dioceses are also requesting our presence in their area. And this is a very good sign that our lifestyle and the missionary work we do are appreciated and recognized. This brief visit to Sierra Leone allows me to say with a strong conviction that the decision to return to this country was a very good one. I'm sure that we have much to give to this church and to this country.
And that brings us to the end of this edition of our SMA International News for this month. We hope that you will join us again next month when we will have new stories of the mission and work of the SMA.